in heaven is now called, if you're texting, that's the proper way, dad@HVEM. They have now taken the word heaven, and heaven is now shortened to HVEM. So my instincts that meant heaven was heaven is exactly what the young generation now is texting as heaven. So it does mean heaven. It certainly means heaven today. Heaven on earth. And I started looking around. I went crazy on those three letters, heaven. I found out that heaven is an actual place. There is a place called heaven. It's an island off of Denmark, near a large Danish island called Zealand. So Medheaven in New Zealand, there's a place off the coast of Denmark beside an island called Zealand, and that place is called heaven. It's a fascinating and ancient island. They have a map from 1230 AD that shows ancient sites scattered across the island. The Danish government has registered over 70 ancient sites on heaven. In 1572, the island of heaven was gifted to astronomer Tycho Brahe for life, gave it to him for life, after discovering and witnessing a nova. That nova, by the way, is still, a nova is a dead star, goes through an incredible explosion. Hundreds of millions of times bigger than than our sun. At any rate, the after effect of that went off several hundred years ago is still being discovered by NASA. Because Tycho discovered that, the Danish government gave him this island for life and then built him several observatories, and he called the area Ranneberg, which means the Heaven City. He received 1% of the entire Danish budget, and to this day, that remains the largest subsidy ever given by a nation for a single scientific project. Back to Lhasa. This is all Lhasa. Heaven is where she was born, not heaven. Lhasa was wrapped in sevens. When I started to do my research, I could see that Lhasa had everything to do with sevens. We went over sevens before in the original, if everyone recalls that, 77 equals cross, and there were several things associated with the number 77. Medheaven is located at the crossroads of Highway 77 from the north or south. Medheaven, if you look on a map in New Zealand, it's got Highway 7 north and it's got Highway 7 south. That's where he was born, at the crossroads of the both. So he was born at the crossroads of Highway 77. Christchurch, I noted, was 70 kilometers from Medheaven. And I noted from, as I mentioned before, if you take the letters CHRIST in total, C being 3, it will come to 77. The number 77 is mentioned only once in the Bible. Only one time in the Bible is the number 77 mentioned. And it refers to 77 lambs. Is the only time it's referenced. Lhasa was born on 7/27/07. 7 appears in the day, 7 appears in the month, and 7 appears in the year of Lhasa's birth. As mentioned, 7 is the most common biblical number. Remember, this is 77. It only appears once. The number 7 appears 287 times, and just out of curiosity, I knew it would happen. I divided that by 7 to see if it was divisible, and it's a factor of 7. 7 times 41 is 287. I also looked at the date to see if there's any significance to the date. July 27th is a very important date. There are over 100 Christian martyrs who are honored in prayer that day. So that particular day is in Christianity when they honor their martyrs. And there are over 100 of them, many of which are the key ones are listed in the book. Then I looked in the Bible to see if the word met appears there. The word met, M-E-T, appears only once in the Bible in the same verse that heaven appears. The only time met is in the Bible is in reference to heaven. You can code clues.
Now can we stop for a minute?
Yeah, that's okay. It's 25 minutes. I do sell books. Thank you for yours.
Are you the writer?
That's my daughter. That's my daughter, that's why I did it.
This is smart ass.
Okay.
Smart ass.
We're going to get into a chapter now where after all of these discoveries, and 11s and things aligning and all these things happening, and then this guy completely out of the blue says, I need to do an astrological chart. I should mention to him, I asked you, why did you come up to me that day and ask for an astrological chart? And he says, I was given a message to do this. You specifically, me specifically. I came into this kind of awareness of certain things. It's strange as you acquire more knowledge, you become, particularly this type of knowledge, you become more spiritual and more aware and more observant, and it makes you think about everything. Leaving coded clues is a clue to this chapter. I just move on. Okay. Lots of final mysterious clues. In my astrological reading, Rolf said that my mother and my wife were prearranged. We went over that. If so, could I, or did I, help select the birth names of my mother and wife that would reveal clues to my mission or message? Wouldn't I left something? If I'm up there, I'm picking, my mother and I say, well, I'm going to carry you and you're going to do this, and I know you're going to be a writer. I'm saying things that are in the book now from Rolf that weren't there, and you're going to be a writer, and your mother knew about this, and he called it, you are in an obligation with your wife, and you will be coming back here again. If I knew all of that, because you're not allowed, most people who come back do not remember their past lives. There are reasons for that. But there are some, like Pythagoras, who do remember their past lives. It's a very, very difficult thing to do because it's not meant to be. And it appeared I did. I had an amazing number discovery. The letter total for my wife Maureen is 77. If you take M-A-U-R-E-E-N and total it, it's 77. And the letter total for my mother's first name is Vivian, it's 77. That number kept coming to me and everything. For those of you who were here last week, you saw that. It's the same number as Christ. If you take C-H-R-I-S-T and you total it, it's 77. It's the same as where Lotsa was born, at the crossroads of Highway 77. And I thought that was just too odd. It made me feel, when I did the number counts, that did I, on the other side, to give myself a clue, knowing the power of 77, and its spiritual, mystical, could I have seeing I came down with them, and both their names both are 77. I didn't put a wow moment. That was a wow moment for me. Then I also did the numbers on heaven, H-V-E-N. H would be 8, V would be 22, E would be 4, and N would be 14. And then you go around and do the rest. So heaven, Lord, dear, they're all 49, which is 7 times 7. Then I threw in my name to see what it came to, and it came to 98, which is 49 plus 49, or 7 plus 7 times 7. And it just seemed odd to me that all of these numbers that meant something to me seemed to connect to me. It spurred me on to go. The number coincidence started to mount again. Anthony Douglas Williams is 22 letters, Inside the Divine Pattern. The author, Anthony Douglas Williams, is 22 letters. The book, Inside the Divine Pattern, is 22 letters.